Thank you for your interest in our manuscript titled Plasma Phosphorylated Tau217, Strong Associates with Memory Deficits in the Alzheimer's Disease Spectrum. My name is Jaime. I'm a PhD student at McGill University, and I'm one of the first authors of this paper, which was accepted for publication in Brain in the issue of July 2025. I will first briefly introduce the hallmark pathology of Alzheimer's disease and how they relate to cognitive deficits. The hallmark pathologies of Alzheimer's disease are extracellular amyloid plaques and intracellular tau fibrils, which were already described by Dr. Alzheimer in his original studies. Of these, tau is the one that more closely relates to cognitive deficits, and these associations vary by cognitive domain. This seems to be the case for both PET and biofluid tau biomarkers. Prior studies have also shown that cognitive deficits are differentially observed across Alzheimer's disease stages. In the context of staging using tau PET, it's been shown that verbal delayed recall deficits are present at early stages of tau accumulation, while other deficits appear at around Bragg stage 4. In this study, we explore the associations between the most well-known plasma pTau biomarkers in cognitive deficits in Alzheimer's disease, how plasma pTau biomarkers fared in detecting cognitive impairment, and whether adding two tau biomarkers, PET and plasma, to the ATN framework would add granularity in staging cognitive deficits. We hypothesized that concentrations of plasma pTau217 and 181 would more strongly correlate with cognitive deficits, and that these associations would be strongest between plasma pTau217 and memory. We also hypothesized that plasma pTau217 would outperform the other biomarkers in detecting cognitive impairment. Plasma pTau positive, tau PET negative individuals would also show memory deficits, since these are usually seen early, according to our hypothesis. We collected data from 143 and 552 elderly individuals from the Triad and Biofinder 2 cohorts, respectively, where 246 individuals were cognitively impaired amyloid-beta positive individuals. This data included plasma pTau231, 217, and 181, amyloid CSF and PET, and tau PET biomarkers. We calculated composite scores for 4 cognitive domains, and we classified individuals in different profiles depending on their positivity in amyloid, plasma pTau, and tau PET biomarkers. We conducted correlation and regression analysis to examine the associations between tau biomarkers and deficits. We ran area under the curve analysis to investigate the ability of biomarkers to predict cognitive impairment, and we performed post-hoc done tests to look at cognitive differences across biomarker profiles. The results are mostly focused on memory since the strongest associations involve this domain. Correlation analysis revealed that plasma pTau217 had the strongest associations with cognitive deficits, particularly in the case of memory. These relationships held for individuals in the Alzheimer's disease spectrum. In cognitively impaired individuals, however, we saw that the relationship between biomarkers and other deficits were at times similarly strong, as the example of plasma pTau217 showed for executive function and language. Area under the curve analysis revealed that plasma pTau217 outperformed the other biomarkers in detecting memory impairment in both cohorts. The values were not significantly different from those of tau PET. In Biofinder 2, plasma pTau217 was also superior to other plasma biomarkers in identifying executive function impairment. Finally, with regards to staging, in Triad, plasma pTau217 or 181 positive but tau PET negative participants showed memory deficits. In Biofinder 2, people who were amyloid-beta positive had deficits in all domains. Participants that were positive in all biomarkers also showed strong deficits. In conclusion, in testing our hypothesis, we found that the associations between plasma pTau217 and memory were the strongest. Plasma pTau217 was also superior to other plasma biomarkers in detecting memory impairment. And people who were amyloid or plasma pTau positive but tau PET negative may have cognitive deficits. and people who were positive in all biomarkers had stark cognitive decline deficits. I would like to end this presentation by thanking all the co-authors and in particular Wagner Brum, who worked with me side by side to improve the manuscript, and Doctors Pedro Rosanero and Oscar Hanson. Thank you for watching.